Hey guys, what's up? Master of Luck here, and I'm doing a story time about the time I was hit by a car, and I'm surprised I'm here right now. I thought I should have been dead a long time ago. This was a really serious car crash. Apparently, I was dead for like 1 to 2 seconds, and it's pretty scary. And it all started when me and my brother, I was in fourth grade at the time, and he was in fifth grade. We were about to go to our fair, and there was a dog on our farm who shouldn't have been there, and we realized that it was the guy in our field next door who our dad gave permission to like go hunting there or something. So we hopped on our gator. If you don't know what a gator is, I'll put a picture on the screen. And we drove the dog over to the other side of the field to the man, and he said thanks. We're like, okay, cool. So after that, we turned around, and to get to our farm in the field, there's a road between the farm and the field, so we have to cross the road. And on the way back, there was corn to our left, so you couldn't see any cars. So I told my brother to stop and look both ways, and he didn't. So since he didn't stop, as we drove onto the road, there was a car going about 50 miles per hour. And Mitchell, who was my brother, he tried to drive out of the way. He was driving left to right, trying to swerve it, and he missed. And the car ended up hitting me first, and my head went into like the glass part of his car and scraped like all the skin off the back of my head, so you could see my skull and shit. And then after that, it flew me 20 feet in the air, and it came down and hit the ground, and I was out. And then for my brother, he just skidded across the road and got really bad road rash on his back. Other than that, he got up and was walking around fine. And then, lucky for us, the guy who hit us was our banker, so he got out and helped us. And since the car hit the gator was stuck in gas, and it was just driving around crazy, and it wouldn't stop. So our banker got out of the car, and he came over to me first because he realized that I was bleeding out and I didn't have that much time. So since the gator was spinning around out of control, of course it's coming my way. So what the banker does is he grabs me and he rolls me over, and the gator just like runs over our feet and nicks us and keeps going. And if he didn't roll out of the way, I probably would have been dead right there, because gators can go like 30 miles per hour, so it was going pretty fast. And then after that, my dad saw from the farm, and my dad's a big dude, like 200, 300 pounds, and I've never seen the man run that fast in his life. It was scary. He comes over and he starts freaking out. He has no idea what's going on. And the gator's still going out of control, so my dad runs back and gets a skid steer. And if you don't know what that is, I'll put a picture of that on the screen. And he tries to drive over and tries to like break the gator because it's going out of control. But before that, the guy who we gave the dog back to, he noticed what's been going on. So he ran over, hopped on the gator, and pulled the gas back with his hands and ended up cutting off 3 of his fingers. And that's just crazy brave to me. Like, he had a lot of balls to go do that for us. And the only reason we knew that was because he came back a year later to our house and told us that that was him. And he showed us his hand, and it was really crazy. So after he pulled the gas back on the gator, it was going like 1 mile per hour, just going straight. So after that, my dad came back to the skid steer and started smashing it with the bucket that's on the skid steer, and ended up breaking the whole thing and shutting it down. And then after that, he came over by me, and I was sitting there bleeding out, and it took 15 minutes for the ambulance to get there. My mom, who was at work, got there before they did, and she's farther away than the hospital, which is really depressing for the ambulance. But once they got there, they put me and my brother in different ambulances, and on the way there, they were screaming at me not to fall asleep, and I fell asleep, and they had to use those electric shock things to wake me back up, because I think my heart stopped beating, which was pretty scary, you could say. And after that, I had no idea where we were. I just remember going to a hospital and going to the emergency room, and the guy there had to like de-infect my skin or whatever, and then staple it and stitch it back onto my head. And the guy I had was being a real asshole because his wife just had a kid and he wasn't supposed to be there. And he was like, "Kid, shut up, my wife is having a baby." And I was like, "Fine, fuck you, I'm in 4th grade, what do you expect? Of course I'm gonna be flipping shit. There's like skin not on my head. That's not supposed to happen, alright? You can wait 15 minutes for your fucking kid." And after he was it back on, they had to use this huge needle to like stick in my head, and wow, that like knocked me out, and it was really bad. But after that, I woke up in like a room, and they had to keep me there for like a couple days to make sure my brain was working fine, because if they don't know if like my brain was infected in the impact or anything. And luckily it wasn't, because they said If the cut went any deeper, it could have like punctured my brain, and it could have like hit where my speaking is. Like there's like a speaking part of the brain where you like talk and crap, and it could have hit that. So that was pretty scary. And my brother, he just had to go in the other room, and they had to like put this metal thing on him to like ease the road rash. And he didn't get hurt that bad, but I was hurt pretty bad. That's basically what happened. But if you look at the back of my head, there's a huge scar there, like a huge L-shaped scar where they put the stitches in. It's not noticeable because I have long hair and it covers it up, but if I was to shave my head, you could see a big scar. So I have to live with that the rest of my life. And it was a real scary thing to happen to me in 4th grade. I thought I was dead. Everyone else thought I was dead, but apparently I came through it, and I had to go back 2 weeks later for another surgery to make sure everything was okay again. I don't know why, but they just had to do it, so I was like, alright, whatever. And after that, I was good to go, and now here I am, alive, making videos, and doing what I do. So, if you guys enjoyed that story time, make sure you leave a like below, and as always, this is Master of Luck, and I'm out.